Hello, Bryant here today. Today guys, I'm going to be doing another top 5 MCPE shaders of all time. So you can find the downloads to each shader that I'm going to be using in the video in the description down below. They'll all be direct links to the download. I'm not going to make you go through any ads or none of that, but some of these shaders contain some of the coolest things ever. For example, right behind me, we literally have a shader with a full-on rains, but don't worry, we also have shaders that have reflections and that have falling leaves and just a bunch of other crazy stuff. So without further ado, let's head on to the number 5 spot. On the number 5 spot, we're starting off very strong with the estn shaders right over here. Now this takes up about 13.8 megabytes worth of storage, so I personally think it does not take that much storage at all. And there's actually multiple links to this in the MCPE DL link, and for me the one that worked was the middle one, which I'll post a picture of it on the screen right now. So just make sure to try all the links for you if one doesn't work, guys. So I know that's a little bit inconvenient, but guys, still just try to make sure to download it. And right off the bat, you'll notice the nice and vibrant colors of the whole shader. And the reason why I'm including this shader especially is because this is the final update of the estn shader. So this is legit the best one we're gonna get, and we're never ever gonna get another update until I'm pretty sure the creator of the shader is going to make another brand new shader eventually, but this is like the best one we'll get forever basically. And right off the bat, you'll notice that we have a awesome looking sun over there. Just take a look at that. That is just completely insane. Anyways, let's take a look at the water, and right off the bat, you'll notice that the water has like this really weird pattern. Well, it's not really weird, I still think it's pretty cool, but things get even better. So the pattern you see on the ocean surface will actually be mirrored onto the ocean floor right over here. So yeah, this is honestly pretty cool. And of course, when you do go underwater, a lot of things will be super wavy and things will just look very distorted, of course, because we are underwater and this is supposed to be as realistic as possible. So that is why everything just completely distorted, which I think just adds so much more to the shader. And of course, you still have your regular fishies and all that good stuff. And of course, we just have wavy plants in general, like this sugarcane. This sugarcane is just like completely dancing and vibing out, super wavy. So I think that's really cool. And of course, we still do have some more defined shadows over here. Over there, as you can tell, we have a loads and loads of shadows. But anyways, let's go and set this bad boy to sunset. So I'm gonna set it to sunset right now, and voila guys, take a look at that. Believe it or not, we actually have full-on rays in this shader. So no, the thumbnail is not clickbait. We actually full-on have rays, and this is just completely amazing. I mean, just take a look at this. This is a legit full-on rays, something you would see from a PC shader, kind of like the Minecraft RTX. I know the RTX rays are like far more better, but this one is like pretty good. Keep in mind, we are on our mobile device, so the fact that we have any type of ray is just completely incredible. And of course, we still do have a beautiful sunset over there with loads of different shades of orange, pink, purple, blue, all that good stuff. And eventually it will turn into nighttime and you have to say goodbye to the awesome looking sun. But I mean, you gotta appreciate the amount of rays and just how epic this is, because this is like one of the few shaders of all existence that actually has rays. So that's why I'm including it in this list. But anyways, let's now put this bad boy to midnight, and this is how things look like during the midnight. We have an awesome looking moon over there, and of course a bunch of stars all around the sky, just to make things look a bit more better. But anyways guys, that is pretty much it for the number 5 spot. Let's head on to the number 4 spot. On the number 4 spot, we actually have the combination of texture packs that will give the illusion that there's actually reflections in your game. So the texture packs that we're going to be using is the DSPE, the Realisco 1907 demo, and the connected glass textures pack right up here. So just make sure to activate all of them at the same time, and that is basically how you combine a bunch of texture packs. You just have to activate all 3 of them at the same time, and right off the bat, you'll notice that everything is far more brighter. And if you go super close to any texture, you will see the amount of detail and the amount of pixels that went into all of these textures, and I just think it looks absolutely beautiful. Same thing goes for literally all the types of grass. We have this right over here, and it just looks so beautiful in my opinion. And of course, we still do have our wavy leaves, although we do have to be a little bit closer to the leaves in order to see the waves, but I still think it is worth it. And even the pumpkin, guys, even the pumpkin is completely realistic, and I just think this is so cool. So even things like quadrants, they put a great amount of detail in. I mean, just take a look at that quadrant. That is legit something you would see from real life, but we have it in Minecraft Potion. Not to mention that, of course, we still do have some awesome shadows to everything, which I think is another massive bonus. And of course, we still do have a realistic sky, and of course a realistic sun right up here, and not to mention the beautiful looking water right up here. So we're gonna go underwater right now, and this is how everything looks like. Voila, take a look at all this. But anyways, let me just explain to you guys how to actually create the reflection trick. So I built this little mini room over here. So right off the bat, you'll notice that things are are a bit reflected, and the way I did this is I built the room right over here, and then I built a glass floor, and then I built the room identical underneath there to make it look like there is a reflection. So I am using gray stained glass for the floor, so in case you guys were wondering, that is what glass I am using. And another cool thing about this texture pack is that when you place a bunch of glass together, there's not going to be any ugly lines that will just make things look far more ugly. It just looks far more smoother and beautiful, of course, if it's all connected. So that is why I included it in this video. And it is raining now. Oh, this definitely has to be one of the most beautiful looking sunsets out there. I mean, take a look at this. There's just a bunch of clouds, stars, and just a beautiful night sky with loads of shades of orange and blue and just a bunch of cool lights. Honestly, this is very beautiful. So that is pretty much it for the number 4 spot. Let's head on to the number 3 spot. On the number 3 spot, we have this combination of texture packs right over here, the EUG Shader Experimental Ultra and the Realistico 1907 Demo. So just make sure to activate both of them at the same time, and right off the bat, you'll notice that things are far more brighter and far more beautiful. And of course, another thing that you may have noticed right off the bat is that we actually have a player shadow. So not many shaders these days have a player shadow, but this one does. So that is why I am including it in this list, and because of course we have the Realistico texture pack, all the textures will look super realistic. I mean, take a look at that birch wood. That is legit so realistic and so beautiful. Same with the grass. But anyways, let's go underwater right now and let's see how things look like. So right off the bat, you'll notice that things are far more distorted, especially when you like travel or swim underwater. So yeah, that is because of course we are underwater, and you know, they're trying to make this shader as realistic as possible, and I personally think they do a really good job of doing that. But anyways, let's go to our little room that we built over here, and let me just show you guys that we still technically do have the reflection effect, although it isn't as good as the last shader. So your rain time, so we're gonna set it to rain right now, and let me show you guys just how beautiful this looks like. So right off the bat, you will notice that when it does rain, everything has like a really nice shiny glare to it, which is just super realistic, and I legit never seen any other shader on Minecraft production do this. So this is legit one of a kind. And it even works for the brand new Nether update blocks right over here. For example, that is crimson wood, and we still have the rain glare right up there. We also have it for the grass, and of course even the diamonds, and literally every single texture. I mean, take a look at that. That is legit something you would see from a PC shader. No, this is not clickbait. You can download all these shaders for yourself. So not only do we have a player shadow, but we also have a beautiful rain right over here. So if you're a content creator and you're gonna make like some sort of montage in the rain time, I highly recommend using this shader. But anyways guys, that is pretty much it for the number 3 spot. Let's head on to the number 2 spot. On the number 2 spot, we have the DSPE shader right over here, but we also have the better foliage and realistic texture pack right over here, and we also are going to use the falling leaf add-on. So yes guys, this is super rare and super bizarre, but for once we're actually going to use a shader with a add-on, and let me show you guys why. Because of course this is the falling leaf add-on right over here, so just please make sure to activate the resource pack and the behavior pack of course the falling leaf add-on, guys. So you can find the downloads to all these in the description down below. So I think this is just super cool in my opinion, because of course we actually do have falling leaves, and that is legit something I've never seen in Minecraft production. And there you go, you guys full on just saw that falling leaf over there, and they don't fall as often as I would like them to, but they still do fall the leaves every now and then. So I just think that is super cool and super creative, because once again, like I said, this is like legit the only shader that I showcase on the channel that actually comes with falling leaves. And look guys, even our pumpkin is completely 3D. Take a look at that. That is super cool in my opinion, and they just make everything look far more realistic. For example, let me place down this lily pad right over here, and you'll notice that they make the lily pad completely different. Same with the lilac. We're gonna place down the lilac flowers over here, and they just make the texture look far more better, and you know, just enhance the gaming experience. And hey, you can't complain at all about that. So this is why this is like so high up on the list, because it provides like so many unique things that I've never showcased on the channel. Not to mention of course that we still do have awesome water over here with a reflection. So believe it or not, this water full on has a reflection. So believe it or not, that is the sun over there. I'm pretty sure you guys can see the reflection of the water of the sun. Anyways, let's set this bad boy to sunset right now, and we're gonna see how things look like. So there is the awesome looking sunset right there with a beautiful reflection. That is just so beautiful. But this is how the night sky looks like. I think it looks super beautiful. But anyways guys, that is pretty much it for the number 2 spot. Let's head on to the #1 and best shader of all time. On the #1 spot, we have the TSPE shader medium right over here. Now, this barely takes up any storage. It takes around half a megabyte, and I personally think that this is the best shader of all time. Let me just show you guys why. So right off the bat, you'll notice that we actually do have a player shadow, and if we actually walk, the movement of our character will correspond with our player shadow, and I think that's super cool even when we jump. So let me just go to a random location. But if we actually go take a look at the sun, you will see that if we actually point our head towards like any direction towards the sun, a sun glare will follow us, which I think is super cool, very unique, legit. Not a lot of shaders actually do this, so I think it's pretty cool. And this is another shader that has rays, believe it or not. So let me just set this bad boy to sunset so you guys can see. So I'm gonna set it to sunset if I don't like lag out of my game, because I'm like super laggy right now. I do apologize. I do recommend using this shader if you have like a more powerful device like Windows 10. But anyways, this is the beautiful sunset that we have over here. It is super beautiful, and if we actually look very closely, you will notice that we have rays. So we have full-on rays in this texture pack, and I just think that is super cool in my opinion. So I was not kidding in the title when I said that there's rays in this video. So this is honestly super cool. But yeah, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting this bad boy to midnight, and I think things look even better during the midnight. Believe it or not, things actually look so good during the midnight. So I'm going to set it to midnight right now, and right off the bat, you'll notice that we have a beautiful night sky over here filled with tons of asteroids, stars, a sun. So if you actually look very carefully, you will notice that there is actually raindrop animations. So basically animations of the raindrop falling onto the ground, and I think that's super unique, super creative. Not a lot of shaders do this. And one more cool thing, just to be like the cherry on top, is that we actually do have a rainbow right over here. So yeah, like I said, this is definitely super unique. Another thing that you may have noticed is that the water actually has a reflection of the sky up there, so I think that's super cool. But anyways, I'm gonna try going underwater right now. Hopefully my game doesn't crash or anything. Oh my god, this is the moment of truth, and we're underwater. So this is how things look like underwater. They look really good in my opinion. Legit, everything about this shader is like so phenomenal. This is why it's on the #1 spot. But anyways guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If this video did help you out in any way, shape, or form, or gave you a brand new shader to use, then make sure to leave a like, a subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter for more updates on my life, future videos, and overall just have a way to contact me. All the downloads to the shaders that I use in the video can be found in the description down below. It'll also be with the timestamp that each shader appeared in. But anyways guys, thank you so much for 24,000 subscribers. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you later, French fries.